Hello, hello, and welcome to more Hero Infinite. This time here with my friend Sleepy. Say hello.
Goodbye.
I guess that's the episode. Bye, everyone.
That's it.
Sorry for the late.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to the stream. It's nice having you here.
Speak a little bit more. I just realized I never did the audio test.
Oh, that's smart. Good evening.
Okay, yeah, you're
Hello.
not too loud or quiet. Good,
Gagito.
good
Gatito?
Guido.
Gagito? How do you say
What are you trying to say?
it? Dawson's a nickname on the server.
God, what is his nickname on our group server right now? I don't know.
Gagito or some shit. No, never mind. Never mind. It's on one of the other servers.
Okay.
I give up. Never mind.
Anyway, Dawson's gonna be a player in a later session.
I know. I'm excited.
Um,
Here we
Sorry for
go.
the late start, though. I've had a very, very busy day. This was supposed to start at 8, which, speaking of which, has an apology to you, Sleepy. I'm gonna give you, 9 points. One for
Oh,
every 10 minutes I was late.
okay. All right. Works for me. They're called hero points. Let me write that
Yes.
down.
0
Hero
points.
points. 9 of them. Whoa. Y'all better watch out.
Uh, so, again, for those who, don't know, Hero Infinite superhero tabletop campaign in my system Heart of Action. If you want to know the rules so you might be able to follow along more easily, you can find them in the Discord server and YouTube, link in the doobly-doo. On Twitch, links are going to be wherever Twitch puts them. I always forget where Twitch puts them. And if you're on my Tumblr, you can see there's a link on the Tumblr account or down below the video if you're watching on the dashboard. Yeah. I think I've directed everybody to. Oh yeah, this is episode 4, but you don't need to have watched the previous episodes because every episode so far has been self-contained.
This is my intro session.
Yes. So, as we open up, it is hold on. I know I'd look this up. Peak Old West times. Or did you have a specific time period in mind? We never talked about that.
No, we can just be in some time in the Old West.
Yeah, during like we were in Wild West, America is where we open up.
Yep.
In New Orleans, or wait, New Orleans or
Yes.
Louisiana.
New
Louisiana is the
Orleans.
state, right?
Louisiana is the state. You
Yeah,
live.
yeah, okay.
Look, I can. Oh my god. You live in the U.S.
Yes, I know. There's 50 states. I can't remember them all.
Yeah, but it's Louisiana, bro. New
Yeah,
Orleans, bro.
yeah. We are in New Orleans, Louisiana, is where we open up. Yeah, sometime in like the 1800, the late 1800s. We, camera goes down through the streets of the bustling swamp town or swampy town, and we move in on a fortune teller's hut. As the door opens up, do you want to describe your character's appearance?
Absolutely. So you see, fairly tall, black haired, black long haired man wearing what seems to be some sort of, cowboy wear. He's got the hat, he's got the belt, a sort of like black jacket. What are they called? Like there's
Duster.
this duster. There we go. A black duster with the boots and the spurs. He's got it all. He's got
He's got the
very
boots with the
with
spurs.
the spurs. The whole salute was look anyway.
He's got the he's got the apple bottom slacks, boots with the spurs. The
The
whole
Spurs.
saloon was looking at him.
Oh, okay, dripping.
Cowboy
And
drip.
he's cowboy drip. And he's got blue eyes, beard. It looks like a cowboy.
Yeah,
Um,
like
he
sort of
just like
like
walks
John
in.
Marston style cowboy vibe.
Yeah, but like with a nice thick beard.
Yeah. Uh, so he walks in as he does. The whole room is dimly lit with only a few oil lamps and a faintly glowing crystal ball. And as he steps in, the old woman with a large, like very classic witch's hat on Apple bottom chaps, boots with the spurs. The whole town was looking at her.
Oh,
Sorry, Vicky just posted it in chat.
I know, I see.
But what was I saying? Oh yeah, she's like her head's tilted down a little, and she looks up and she's like, wrinkly old woman. She's like, I was expecting you, Jedidiah Lawson.
Jedidiah Lawson.
Sorry, that's my fault. She says it correctly. I said it wrong.
No.
Jedidiah Lawson.
Yes, ma'am. Why were you looking for me?
You've come. Well, no, she wasn't looking for you. She was expecting you.
No,
that's what I said.
Expecting me.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did I get looking? You're right.
Yeah.
You expected me. You knew I was coming, huh?
I saw it. You've come, looking to cleanse your fate. I know your story. Like that. She starts like as you walk over and sit down, she waves her hand over the crystal ball, and you begin to see within it moments of your life playing out before you. And the camera pans in so the audience would be able to, TV show transition. Long ago, or many years ago, you were a simple man living in a frontier town. You had a farm, friends, and were set to be married to the most beautiful woman you had ever seen. But then, she cheated on you. And without a thought, you drew your gun and killed him and her. Gunshot sound effect scream. You became a wanted man that day, Lawson. Every lawman from Tennessee to Oklahoma came looking for you. All of them trying to gun you down for what you'd done. You sought to cleanse your soul, looked for criminals like yourself. Men who had killed, men who had stolen, men who had done acts too heinous to speak. You are a swift hand of justice to these men's fate, killing or turning them in, whatever befitted their crime. But always lawmen kept coming, and you had to keep gunning them down, didn't you? And you want that to end. Do I have that right, Jedidiah?
I'm tired of it. I never wanted to live this way.
You don't want to do evil in this world no more.
Yes, ma'am.
I can promise you that no lawman will ever seek you again, and that you will never harm a soul that does not deserve it. But for this to become true, you must follow one stipulation. And she holds out her long, bony finger, her bangles, like golden and jeweled bangles hanging from her wrist and arm.
What is this?
You must accept the next gun duel that you are challenged to. From the moment you accept the challenge, you will never be able to harm another good man. You will never be pursued by the law again. So you best find the right person, and I may have just the one for you. And then this was when the camera would pan and transition to you walking into a saloon, has what she says is dubbed over it, TV show style, and she says, "In the tavern right now is an awful man. He's been banned from half the brothels in Louisiana for unspeakable acts. And before that, he was an owner of fellow man. If anyone deserves to die, it'd be him." And has you walk in, there's all the people sitting around the bar, the piano music
Yeah.
playing, people making merriments, and you see the man that was in her crystal ball, old and tired, leaned on the counter drinking, just drinking himself to death pretty much.
All right. So,
Hmm.
can I do something?
Yes, you are now in control of your character as you enter the bar. Or the
I'm
saloon.
gonna walk up to him. I'm gonna like place my hand on his shoulder.
He looks over. And remember, it's you must accept the next duel you're challenged to. You can't challenge him.
Yeah, but I'm still I can still kill people, right?
Yeah, right now.
All right, I'm gonna drag him out.
Yeah, you just grab him by his shoulder and start to drag him
Yep.
out.
Yep.
Yeah. Hang on. That's going to be a athletics versus athletics check. With him having 2 degrees of disadvantage. Or, like, you know what I mean. Like,
Mhm.
so, I'm gonna say, do I want to say you're Gunslinger? Yeah, no, you don't have any skills that benefit athletics directly, but the old man's at 2 degrees of disadvantage.
I'm also an outdoorsman, so if that would affect my strength at all.
I'll let that add 1 to it. Or, no, I don't want to set the precedent of that for future
Yeah.
fights.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, again, for context of those who don't know, that means I'm rolling 5d10s. A 6 and up is a success, a 5 and below is a failure. And the disadvantage on the old man means that he is going to lose 2 of his successes after the roll is done. That puts... Alright, roll results in you getting 1 success and him getting -1.
Aha.
So, which, as I say I'm gonna do the roll is when you'll want to spend your hero points that are marked as before roll. And generally outside of that, I'll let you know when, like, critical failures or such occur so you can spend hero points in association. Those who don't know, hero points are a thing I reward to players that they can use to modify rolls. So, as you put your hand on his shoulder, he, like, looks over and he's like, he goes, like, shrug you off and basically just falls out of his stool as you drag him out. He's like, what are you doing?
I know what you've done.
What are you talking about? I ain't done nothing to nobody. He
Slave
wipes
owner.
his lip and throws his cup down and says, at least not here.
Slave owner.
It was a legitimate business.
I'm dragging him out of that fucking saloon.
Yeah, as you start dragging him out, and, people, like, the piano stops, people look over being like, what the fuck's this guy doing?
Mhm.
And you drag him out into the saloon, into the middle of the road, and he's, like, trying to struggle free as a drunk old man. You basically just throw him in the dirt, and I'm assuming you're gonna draw your gun.
Yeah.
As you pull out your gun, you hear, I'd put that down if I were you.
I'm gonna look over. Who is it?
And you see a fairly young man, like maybe in his, like, around 24, blonde hair, like, he's clean shaven, like, cowboy hat. He looks like he's from out of town, 100%. Like, he doesn't look like the Louisiana type.
I'm gonna cock my eyebrow.
Now, I don't know what you're doing, but you better... I don't like the look of it.
Stop playing hero, kid.
He sort of, like, looks at you, he's like, I know your type. The type to pick on the weak.
Live free.
Yeah, sorry, what? He looks up, he's like, slave owner? And he looks over at the old man. Slavery was outlawed years ago. It was a business practice in my day. I ain't done nothing wrong. You shoot him?
I'm gonna shoot him now.
Okay. You immediately shoot the old man. And immediately, like, you hear some people, like, whoa, like, freak out. And the guy, he, like, pulls out his gun. Now, hold on! Like, he pulls up his gun in shock that you would do such a thing. I don't know who that man was, but that ain't right to just kill someone in the streets like that. Skip cutscene.
First time.
God, that's good from Quickson.
Jedidiah's not gonna play around. He's been around too long.
You could have at least done him the honor of letting him die on his feet.
He didn't deserve it.
Maybe when you kill a Quest NPC.
No, just
God, chat's good today. Oh yeah, I never announced in our server that the session was live. Let me just go ahead and let people know.
Yeah. Lucky Ryan saw. He's been waiting on it.
Yeah.
He's using all the speedrun strats.
God. Oh, come on. This should only take a second, but my thing's running slow.
Oh yeah, it was a little late.
Alright, yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, I had a busy day, so we had to start. It was supposed to be 8 o'clock. We're now pushing close to 10, which, God, you could only go until 10, couldn't you, Sleepy?
No, that's fine.
Oh, okay. Oh, I saw where I started how close it was to 10. I was like, oh no.
It's like an hour.
Yeah. Oh, 10 your time. I thought you meant 10 my time. Okay, we're fine for another hour.
Oh, we're fine for longer than that. 10 was your cutoff, remember?
Yeah, which I feel bad because I'm basically blowing off Hero for Overcooked. We were supposed to be doing Overcooked. Anyway, let's get back on topic. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, go check out the Overcooked series. Me and Hero are. Sorry. I always feel like a fucking clown when I'm plugging my own things.
Hey, go watch my other shit, please. I want the views.
Consume content.
Consume. Alright.
Anyway, fucking the guy's like, alright, he had said he could have at least done him the honor of letting him die on his own feet, and like
He didn't deserve
you hear somebody else call it, or as you say, you hear someone else, I know you. You're on those wanted posters. You're the Lawson fella. You killed your wife.
Oh, fiance, she cheated on me.
And the other guy, he like adjusts his cap. He's like, and I think I know your type.
Please, son, you don't know me at all. But let me guess something. Do you want a duel?
You know what? I think I do. I challenge you to a duel, here and now. Proper terms.
I'm gonna put my gun into my into its little
Holster.
What's it called? Holster. There you go. Yeah, holster. I almost said sheath like it's a fucking sword, dude.
Yeah. He puts his in and walks up and like, you know, some like basically cross cut like the two of you back to back, and the sheriff sitting there as you're having a proper duel. You know, yeah, he's just like, all right. You both walk 10 paces from each other, and when I fire my gun, you are to turn around, draw, and shoot. Whoever still stands is the winner. So, you guys, like, I assume you do the whole thing and play fairly?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's like, 1, 2.
Jedidiah Lawson ain't never cheat in a duel.
So, if I recall correctly, yeah, you get +2 to gunfire, to gun things.
Yes.
So, he's rolling the standard 5, you're rolling a total of 7 due to your gunsman skill.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. And, you know, the two of you step away, and like almost feels like time slows down as you hear his gun fire. I assume you're giving it your all, correct?
Of course.
Yeah, you reach for your
I don't wanna
gun,
die.
pull it from the holster, turn around, get your hand on the hammer, cock the hammer back, pull the trigger, the hammer flies forward, and there's no spark. The gun doesn't fire. As you then hear, just half a second later, a gunshot. And you feel warmth spreading through your stomach. And you hear it go through your ears. From the moment you accept that duel, you'll never be able to harm another good soul. And
Damn.
you said
That witch got me.
Get a hero point for that. As you fall on the ground, your vision gets fuzzy, and you swear you see behind the man a big pair of angel wings appear for a brief moment. And then the camera fades up into like the sky, and the old woman's voice comes in again. But old Lawson's tale wasn't done then. The gods had bigger plans for him. Plans that would go beyond the life of a mortal man. As the camera pans back down, we are over Discordant Penitentiary, a modern day prison, our modern day prison, the inescapable prison of Maine, which sits over sits on a rocky island off the coast of Discordant City. And as we move, sorry, frog in my throat. As we pan in, fucking words. We pan in through the prison, and there is a man in an orange jumpsuit with a vicar, like, you know, the little collar vicars have.
Who?
Vicar, a priest. The collar.
What did you
priest.
just go? Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ, man. Like a priest's collar on with his orange jumpsuit.
I know what you're talking about.
And he's currently under perform his a collection of who is it that does evaluations of like prisoners to see if they're ready to be like go on probation.
Oh my god, I have no idea.
It's like a judge, the warden, I don't know, like those people.
Yeah, one of them. A prosecutor, not a prosecutor. That's
yeah, you know, there's the group of people. And the man in the orange jumpsuit and the collar. Do you want to describe his appearance?
Yeah. So, looking at it, you can almost see how similar this man and Jedidiah looks. This man is just lacking the long hair and beard, really.
Mm-hmm.
As well as he doesn't seem as rough. He stands very straight. You can tell that he has more muscle than what Jedidiah was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he has a close-shaven head, black hair. You know, basically, again, just looks like Jedidiah.
Yeah.
Except, yeah, you can see the similarities between the
two. So as he stands there when the people pull up the thing, Daniel Lawson, you're on
sir,
review.
What can I do for you?
So today's their review to see if you're eligible for probation, huh?
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to it.
Let's see here. You served in military, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's an open battlefield in Iraq. Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Did those gun skills come in handy when you killed your wife, or killed your fiancée and her boyfriend?
Well, I do believe I would have hit him even if I hadn't gone to them. But talking about accuracy, then probably.
Do you regret what you did, Daniel?
I do. Neither of them deserve that fate.
But do you really regret what you did?
I do.
And what would you be willing to prove it to us here now? And he motions to the others.
Am I supposed to shoot another fiance I didn't know I had?
Wait, was that your response to what are you willing to do to prove that
Well, I thought that he was like waving to people.
No. He waved to the other people that are like reviewing you. He said, "What are you willing to do to prove it?"
I thought he was like, okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, no, sorry, misunderstood. These 5 men also slept with your fiance. You want to kill them? Here's a gun.
It's like literally prove it to him. That's what I thought you meant.
Yeah, and I was like, what do you want to do or say to these people to prove to them that you're rehabilitated and you regret what you've done?
Well, I regret killing my fiance and her lover. Cheating bitch she may have been, did not deserve to die.
Jesus Christ. Doing a good job of building a sympathetic case, dude.
Well,
Cheating
wait,
bitch as she may have been.
she was. I'm here to speak honestly and candidly from the heart. That's what God has, led me
Yeah.
to.
Actually, yeah, one of them says, you don't really sound like you regret what you did. And do you say, like, the open, like, candidly thing and what God
Yeah,
led you to do?
see, since being in prison, I've gotten closer to God, and that's taught me to be more open with everybody around me and myself.
The main guy, he seems like doubtful. He's like, now, Daniel, if you were in that situation again, do you still think you would have done what you did?
Absolutely not. Would not have shot them.
Hmm. Hmm. So you're saying, he like, sits forward. If you walked in on the woman you loved, the woman you were set to marry, and saw her in the throes of another man's passion, that you would remain calm?
Calm's a bit of a stretch, because I don't think anyone could remain calm in that situation. But not immediately get violent? Absolutely. I've learned to remove myself from such situations.
And what do you plan to do when you get out?
Live a better life.
That's vague.
Well, not like I have a lot of prospects right now. None of my family talks to me. Don't got a house. Don't got a car. Don't got money. I gotta live a better life.
They all sit there and, like, like, right, I think I wanted to carry that scene on further, but my brain's not, like, processing where to take it from there, I guess. Like, they ask you various questions about your time inside, and,
Mhm.
I guess you basically, like, end up explaining to them that you
Yeah.
are trying to become a priest, correct?
Well, I
They,
feel like I've
I
become. You
could.
can become a priest in prison.
Oh yeah, you have. Can you?
Yeah,
Oh, I
and
didn't
you
know that
can
was
you can you can you can become a priest online.
okay. Yeah, I guess okay. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought like you had to do
Yeah.
it like in a church. I don't know how becoming a
No.
priest works. One of the others speaks up to like, you joined the sorry. So flowing back into a natural flow of conversation, one of the guys speaks up. He's like, you joined the prison's church, didn't you? Or did you not, Lawson? Like this man seems to be like sitting up a little bit more, like like the other guy who was like talking before was like leaned forward and had sort of like a scowl. This man's like
Mhm.
sitting up and like speaking up a little more as he says it.
Well, yeah.
So, is it safe to assume you're going to be pursuing a more religious field going forward?
Yes, sir. It's my goal.
I think we can all agree a good religious man wouldn't perform such acts again. The
Insert choir boy joke right here.
actually, the guy who had said the thing about your wife in throes of another man sits back and he's like, I think there's a collection of 12-year-old boys who would be willing to disagree with you on that one. And
Uh,
you hear a couple of the people stifle laughter, and like the others all like glare at him like, bro. Hmm. And then we cut to you, like a scene of you stepping out of the fucking prison with
Getting
like
off the
a
prison bus.
yeah, with like a duffel bag with like your military stuff and all that. Has a
Ugh.
voiceover talks and like a voiceover goes that says after much deliberation, the council has decided that you will be allowed to rejoin civilian life. You are not allowed to leave the state of Maine for the duration of your probation, nor are you ever allowed to own a gun again. If you are found to do either one of these things, or to be found to be committing any other crimes, you will be once again sent to the Discordant City Penitentiary, and I will personally be locking your cell. And with that, like you're like stepping into I guess would it be your old family home you're returning to, or
Probably like an apartment that
the
I had or something on the side.
I think in I don't know if Maine is one of these. A lot of states will like give prisoners a temporary housing after they get out of jail because they understand you don't have a home.
That's good.
Like I just if everything I've seen in media is to be believed, that's the case, which we're going to assume happens here in Discordant City. You're given like temporary housing,
Hell
so
yeah.
like you're stepping off into that
Hell yeah,
apartment.
Borther. Yep.
What?
I said hell yeah, Borther.
Yeah, I know. What would Daniel Lawson be trying to do with his life?
Get a
Like,
job.
would he be trying to get like into local churches as well? I'd assume.
Yeah, just kind of looking around, seeing something small he can work with.
Um, which okay, this is the thing I had meant to ask you before session.
Mhm.
Would you rather that you live in this like city proper of Discordant City, or do you want to live in the surrounding suburbs of
I'd rather live in the city.
Okay, yeah, because there's the surrounding suburbs of Discordant City, primarily Lost Pines is the like nearby like suburb slash rural town just outside of Discordant. God, sorry, I got.
I want to live in the city proper.
All right.
That's where it's at.
Yeah. So you like at this point we'd have sort of like a time lapse of like you getting a job. Like this is where in like a movie the early stuff before action occurs goes. You getting job, like trying to settle back into casual life. Being
Yeah.
shown what the fucking iPhone is. Because actually, well, how long were you in prison?
I don't know how long was I in prison. We didn't discuss that.
Yeah, that's the thing I didn't think about. Main murder. What is I'm looking at prison time. List of punishments in murder in the United States. Maine. Come on. In Maine, manslaughter is up to 20 years in prison. Felony murder is up to 30 years. 30 is up to 25 years. Only if the defendant was under 18. So this would be a felony murder, so maximum of 30 years in prison. You want to say you were in for 10 years and now you're on probation?
Sure.
Alright. Hang on.
It makes sense since Daniel's like in his late 20s.
Yeah, sorry.
So if he went in when he was like 18, 19, just getting, into the military.
Okay, well, if you got back from
Yeah.
the military.
Because if he would be like still trying to keep it as young as possible, be like 19, 20.
If this was
'Cause
like
each
let's
each
think
time
of
being
this.
sent over is 18 months.
Let's say it was your high school sweetheart. You went into the military right out of high school, got back from high school to find her cheating on you. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Here, I just called off the Overcooked session because time stuff. I feel bad. All right, but fucking words. Yeah. So, yeah. How old do you want a character to be again?
It's all right. At this, I don't know.
No, sorry, we had talked about that beforehand. I'm just having a
Yeah.
brain fart. What was the age you had wanted originally?
He was gonna be in his early 20s.
Early 20s?
Yeah,
So
he
yeah.
would be like 23, 24.
So we could say you were put in jail at 18, and that's part of what like allowed you to get on probation. So you're now 24, so that's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. They had you in 6 for years, and now you're on probation on really good behavior because you're a fucking priest.
Yeah.
And fucking... Yeah. So you wouldn't need to be shown. You would be still pretty up to date on technology and shit. So they don't need to show you a whole lot.
I have an idea of what's going on.
Yeah, But, they're, like, trying to help get you, like, as much as you can into... Oh, man, wait, does that mean you went into prison while Trump was president?
Yeah. I guess that would mean that, huh?
God, and you're coming out mid-pandemic as a character. That's an adjustment.
What a time.
Sorry. But as you fucking... it's you getting into your normal life. That was a long tangent in my brain, sorry. You getting, like, a job at a convenience store, trying to, like, get into churches, but a lot of churches around Discordant not really letting you come in because they know that you're a murderer when they do background checks.
I don't know churches did background checks.
To attend church, no, but I'm saying, like, to become a fucking, like, you trying to become, like, a priest working with the church. So basically you're a priest without a church, more or less.
You know what? I'd probably end up taking to doing sermons on, like, the street and stuff.
Because that's how dedicated to the Lord you are.
And, like, other subways and stuff?
Yeah, Discordant's got subway systems and bus routes.
I would set up down there and I would do sermons and stuff down there as well.
Alright. Which, to reiterate for those who don't know, Discordant is a fictional city in southern Maine that is, like, standing toe-to-toe with, like, Boston and New York as, like, one of the major East Coast cities in this universe. So fucking... brain fart, sorry. Yeah, just giving more context on, like, what the setting is. Sorry, Quicksand was just, like, makes more sense now. Yeah, it's a fictional south city in southern, like, right near the edge of Maine. It's a coastal city with, like, hilly semi-mountainous regions and fucking dense forests around it. Sorry, but back in it, so, like, we see, like, time-lapse of you getting jobs, trying to get in priest, doing all of that. Like, in a movie, this would be a way longer segments, but eventually, or is there anything you want to, like, inject that happens during that time that you think would make sense?
Well, it's probably during this time that I would get the
Sorry, get what? You came through choppy.
This is probably around the time I get the gun, right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that. Okay. I was just asking about, like, before that moment.
No, that's all we'd be doing. Really.
Okay.
Kind of quiet and peaceful.
Eventually, you get home from a late shift at work one day. You head into your apartment. You unlock the door. Start to reach for the light, and you hear the sound of a gun cocking, and you hear, "Don't bother clicking the light on." How do you immediately respond to that? What?
What do you want?
Step in. Close the door.
For the what?
Step in and close the door.
I'll do that.
Yeah. Step in, and then you see a match light up, and it's raised up, and you see your dad smoking a cigarette.
Why? What?
And as he sets it down...
Good to see you, Dad.
As he shakes out the match, the, like, stray light, you realize he's bleeding and sitting on your couch.
God damn it. You could have given me a call. I'm gonna go get a first aid kit I'd probably have. Start, try to help him.
You go and get it, and you hear, "Had to be sure it was really you." And you see a gun get set down, and you realize he's dressed in a weird getup with a fucking duster and cowboy hat.
What? Dad, first of all, what is with the cosplay? Second of all, really, me? Who else is going to enter this building? I live.
You go over and kneel down, he's like... really weird cosplay. As you, like, start reaching to patch up, he's like, "Don't bother."
What? Shut up. No, you're delusional.
This isn't gonna help with... That's not gonna help with these wounds. And as you, like, lift his shirt, you see they're, like, big claw marks, and they're, like, festering.
God damn, did you fight a zombie bear? What the fuck? You need to go to a hospital.
Son, listen. Discordant needs help.
What?
Do you remember the stories I told you growing up
The
about
cowboy ones?
your grandfather Jedidiah, or your great-great-grandfather Jedidiah,
Yeah.
the monster hunter and criminal fighter?
Even though I looked into it, Dad, by the way. He was just a criminal. He just a murderer. He just went around and killed people.
He wasn't just a criminal. He protected people. As all Lawsons have. We're the last of the gunslingers, Daniel.
You are okay, yeah, you need to go to the hospital. You're hallucinating.
And then he suddenly reaches for the gun on the side of the couch.
Dad, why? Put the gun down.
You're not gonna like try and stop him. You're just gonna let him grab it.
Well, yeah,
He takes it and he thrusts it into your hand. And as you catch,
I'm not supposed to touch your gun.
as it goes in your hands, you suddenly see standing over his shoulder another man, and you think of like the research you did, and you recognize it. That's Jedidiah Lawson standing behind your dad.
What in the fuck? Hi.
And
Who
now
are
keep
you?
in mind, you asked to play both characters, so any dialogue you want to have held, you hold now.
I know. Like, hello, who are you? Well, I'm Jedidiah Lawson. You should recognize me since you say you did your research. Well, I'm gonna set the gun down. Daniel's gonna set the gun down.
You're willing to listen now?
Is Jedidiah still there?
Yes.
Daniel's gonna get up and like try and smack the air where Jedidiah is.
And it just goes through. Does Jedidiah react to that?
Oh, no, I would appreciate you not violating my space, please. It's a little disrespectful.
Hero point.
Daniel's gonna like pull out his hand and just go, "What the fuck, Dad? What? Okay, yes, explain." He's gonna sit back down.
On the day Jedidiah died, he didn't ever leave the mortal realm. And when his son got his gun, he could see his father. Jedidiah was cursed or blessed, depending how you look at it, to walk this world hunting evil with his ancestor, or with his lineage. A thing I'd hoped to keep from you as long as I could. But I'm old, son. And I tried my best to keep up with the evils while you were in prison. But something's woken up in this city. More evil stirring than there's ever been. And now I face the most dangerous threat I've seen. A witch walks the woods.
A lot to take in right now. Be real with you.
What? You cut out?
Here, let me out.
He said a witch walks the woods. This is a lot to take in.
This is a lot to take. Now, what are you? What? This shouldn't even be happening, but it is. I need a moment. Gonna just like rub his head like he's losing his mind. It's like I must be saying things.
I let her pet get in too close to me. He puts his hand to the wound. I don't think I can survive this one. Wendigos carry a potent poison in their claws.
Oh, Wendigo! Jedi's go like nasty buggers.
Some of the most dangerous creatures in northern North America.
What's in southern North America? Chupacabras?
Bleh. Sorry, got tongue tied again. From what I've read, yes.
What? They're real
Oh,
too? Is it all real? What is it real? Is Santa Claus real?
no, Santa Claus ain't. And then he looks over his shoulder to Jedidiah, almost like seeing if Jedidiah will, like, say something.
Stone faced, stone cold. He's not gonna reveal any.
No, Santa ain't real. I don't think. But monsters are. And demons. They all walk this earth. And that gun, he points to it, can tell them apart.
But I'm not supposed to own a gun. I'm not even supposed to be seeing a gun, honestly. Having this in my house, in my premises, I go back to jail for this.
No, you don't.
Huh?
The blessing of the Lawsons. So long as Jedidiah walks the earth, that gun that gun in our hands can harm no evil and bring no fist of law down on us, so long as we remain righteous.
I'm not righteous.
What?
You do realize what I've done.
And I've been afraid as to whether or not that will allow the gun to protect you or not. And I don't have the answer to it. But I know no one can wield this gun but you. You're the end of the Lawson line until you have a kid. And someone needs to stop this evil.
We need to get you to a hospital first, Mr. Gunslinger. Because you ain't dying.
Well, it's your dad.
I know.
What?
I know.
Okay, you just said Mr. Gunslinger. Oh, okay, you're saying it like jokingly. Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I assume you go to try and like help him up.
Yeah.
I told you.
Shut up.
There's
I'm
nothing
just
that
gonna
can
pick him
stop this poison.
Shut up.
You start to help him along. He's like, I'm as
Yeah.
good as dead.
Shut up.
So, man, I like to, you walk him to the fucking,
I
hospital.
call an ambulance.
Oh, yeah, you call an
Probably,
ambulance.
right?
Yeah, sorry. You call an ambulance, you get him into it, you guys go to the hospital, When, as they're getting on the ambulance, they ask him, like, God, what happened to you? Bear
Like-
attack.
I was gonna say, yeah, and some wild ass bear.
In the middle of the city? They're all just like, what?
Yeah, you wouldn't. I'm still in disbelief.
You get, eventually you guys get to the hospital, and I imagine, like, you're, and another, like, sort of time skip thing, you spend a good chunk of the night there trying to, like, talk with them and figure out what's happening. They're just saying, like, his prognosis is grim. He's got some sort of infection. They're trying their best to treat it, but it's bad. And they don't know what to do about it. And eventually, you head back home, like, after basically being up all night at the hospital with him, and him still sitting there getting care. And as you return home, you'd walk into your front door tired, and you'd see the gun still sitting there on the table next to your couch. And standing next to it is fucking Jedidiah.
No, you like that?
Sorry, you cut out a little.
How'd you have to go and leave me like that? Think I wanted to stay in this place all night? You ain't even got any decorations. And, Dennis gonna go, look, are you sure? And he's just gonna like, he's gonna go pick up the gun and kind of look at him like, so what exactly is this? What am I supposed to be doing with this? Well, ideally, you're supposed to go kill that witch with a winch out in the woods. You know, that way it doesn't kill nobody else. Well, my dad's not dead yet. Well, he probably will be. So we need to get this taken care of as quickly as possible. Daniel's gonna kind of look at the gun and then look at Jedidiah, back at the gun and back at Jedidiah. Like, are you sure I'm not gonna get arrested for this? Because like, I really do not want to go back to prison. It kind of sucks. Food shit too. Absolutely awful. Yes, you're not going to go back to prison. It's given immunity. So, damn, that really is. I made the right choice. All right, awesome. Okay, where's the witch? Where am I supposed to go? At this point, I guess
Which
gonna go with go hunt this witch.
yeah. Hang on a second. I'm just typing something. Because I just realized I should give you another skill that's relevant to your character. I just added on to Jedidiah, Master Hunter. After years of hunting monsters in the supernatural, in the supernatural again. Plus, I gotta clean up the wording of that. But it gets the message across.
Okay,
yeah, I was typing quickly, so I didn't type it as clearly as I meant. You get bonus to understanding of the supernatural world because he's been hunting for years. There you go.
Hunting the supernatural.
Like I said, that's a really rough typing of it.
It's okay. I've cleaned it up on my doc.
But so yeah, at that point, which to clarify, Jedidiah and Daniel basically look the same, right?
Yes.
So for those in the audience, yes, we're basically pulling a Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes, this is
the cornerstone of this idea,
which I love. But so fucking, you may you know that Jedidiah and your father had tracked them to the woods surrounding the town. Which, God, what did I say the surrounding suburb was? It was Discordant and something Pines, Foggy Pines,
Pine Woods,
Misty Pines. Yeah, Misty Pine. Like the surrounding suburb is known as Misty Pines, and of course there's the Misty Pine Wood, the forest surrounding Discord. And somewhere in that forest is a witch and fucking Wendigo. He was trying to find lore dump him basically explaining that your father had been spending the last couple years trying to track down this witch, but she's been eluding him. And
damn.
He basically directs you to go back to your father's logging company.
Yep.
He says to go there.
Logging company?
What? Yeah, Dawson Logging Company. Lawson Logging Company, and head to he's basically telling you you got to go there and break into his office because he's got all of his notes there.
But wouldn't I have his key?
I guess you would. Yeah, you just go there and fucking use his key to get in.
Don't have to break in when I got the key.
Which
it's a W for me.
Eventually, when you'd go in there, it looked like a normal office, but he'd direct you to the side room where you go in, and it's basically a crazy man's monster hunting room with, satellite photos of the fucking area with, sketches and notes on them and photographs.
Where the fuck did he get satellite photos? What?
Google Maps. Or, no, not Google Maps, Vermeil Maps. There you go. That's the in-universe equivalent.
Vermeil. It's just damn. At all, huh? Okay. Okay, Dad. All right, Psycho. What is all this? Started leafing through some of it. So sort of Jedi is just kind of floating around.
Yeah.
It's explaining the lore,
Yeah, the lore that you don't know, so I have to clip notes it.
Yeah. Wendigos, ancient Native American monsters, cannibals. Going into that and shit.
Well, what he would explain is that the Native Americans believed that humans who ate other human flesh would be cursed to become cannibals. What it actually is witches taking humans and turning them into horrible, monstrous pets.
Damn, that's horrific.
It's a witch using its magic to twist a human into a hideous monster. And, for a long time, the only monsters in the country were remnants of a bygone age when witches were active in the country.
After that Salem witch hunt, they all kind of got killed.
Nah, that was mostly just normal people.
Damn.
There was no witches in Salem.
Damn.
But that being said, witches slowly disappeared, and so monster hunters like the Lawson family were able to pick off the straggling monsters. But there's been an unusually large spring up of more and more monsters in Discordant. And your father had begun to believe that there was once again a witch active, trying to, you know, Windigoners, God. Sorry, I just saw that. More and more, there's been more and more monsters, so he believes that there's a witch active within the area. And even though he couldn't find any proof of the witch itself, but he was able to find the ritual site of the Wendigo, and that's when he realized what was going on, and the Wendigo was already loose in the woods, you know?
So, goal 1's to kill this Wendigo. Goal 2 is to find the witch and kill her, correct?
Exactly. Alright, well, you're Jedidiah.
Yeah. Yep, it's about right. Ready to get to it? I was gonna kind of nod and be like, well, yeah, but how do I get there?
Well, you just gotta go in the woods and hunt it.
I don't want to walk. Also, thanks for playing Jedidiah.
Sorry, do you want me to play Jedidiah?
No.
Okay, sorry. That wasn't me playing, that was just me as a DM letting you know, like, the only way you can find it is to go in the woods and hunt it.
Okay, well, my question was, do I have a vehicle I can use? Yeah. Does my dad have a cool monster hunting motorcycle?
I'm gonna say that you have been mostly taking the public transit of the city because you don't have a vehicle yet. Right. But, well, dad doesn't have, like, a cool monster hunting motorcycle. He does have a pickup trunk because he has a logging company.
Okay, I guess I'll use the pickup then. Off we go.
Old green pickup truck with the company logo on the side.
Yeah, baby. #1 hero in the city.
So,
let's go.
What do you want to get together for supplies?
First I want to bless some bullets.
Okay. You bless some of your bullets, which... How do you bless things? That's something I've never thought about.
So, in my mind, it'd be just using, like words of the Bible. There's a bunch of quotes that are actually really good for it. Give me 1 second. Way to go.
I'm looking up how priests bless things real quick.
We can have fun with it. Where's my... 1 second. I'll find it. I'm gonna put this one. They just grow wings and fly away now. They have. What the fuck?
So, a priest gets the power to bless from a bishop anointing them, according to what I'm reading right here.
Yeah, but God anointed me, so what does that mean?
Yeah. As far as you're concerned, God anointed you at the very least. Consecrate the sanctity of these... Yeah, there's a whole, like, prayer that is said to anoint them.
Mm-hmm.
So, from what I'm seeing, it's basically, like... A priest basically can just say he blesses a thing and it's blessed, it looks like, according to this.
Yeah, so the way I thought of doing it was basically... like in university, you have to read passages from like the Bible to bless things.
Like you need to like meditate on blessing it. I'm gonna say so. Like you need to like it's a one-turn ritual, so to speak.
Yeah.
So you bless a bunch of bullets, which that's a question. Is Jedidiah religious? Because I know Daniel is.
Well, I mean, I like to think that because Jedidiah lives because. Does what he does because of God. He's a pretty religious person.
Okay, he's become
probably,
religious now.
Also probably like in those days, they also were very religious.
Yeah, so he's always like religious in his own way.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, he was Southern American, so of course.
Yeah. Well,
God-fearing man.
He was a North American who lived in Southern U.S. Southern American's a different thing.
No, Lawsons are Southern.
Wait, it's like they're from South America?
No, I said Southern.
Yeah, they're from the southern states of the U.S. Because saying they're Southern American means something very different. You know?
Oh yeah. So yeah, but like I can't say Southern U.S. I guess I could.
They're from
Like,
the South.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I meant.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Anyway, it's like earlier when you were describing him, he said, he's got long hair, is black, and I knew you meant he has long black hair, but the way you said it was he's got long hair, is black.
Yeah, it's yeah.
You've done that a couple times with your word things, just a little bit that like I get what you mean, but it could be read a second way.
I'm not very good at explaining with words, bro.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm absolutely smooth brain, so
yeah, I can tell. Shit's like a Hot Wheels track, you know?
Jesus Christ. Anyway though, fucking so you bless some bullets. Any other important gear you'd want to get together?
Well, like monster hunting gear, I guess like
let me do a check to see. I'll do this for you. A check to see from Jedidiah to see like if he knows anything specific about Wendigo hunting in particular.
No, I feel like he would, just considering his time period and everything.
Yeah, well, but I still got to do a skill check, you know.
Right.
Where basically the idea is, the higher you roll, the better the more information you have.
Mm-hmm. Oh god damn.
So you rolled 0 results due to 1 crashing failure.
Oh.
So
even with a plus,
or due to 1 dice break, I mean. So if you want to spend the stuff to get rid of the dice break, you can make it 1.
The dice break's just 3, right? Yeah, or it's 1. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. So
just ignore the dice break.
Yeah. He doesn't know a lot about it, aside from like what I already said of they are actually people turned into monsters by a witch.
So no weaknesses, nothing like that.
Not that he really knows of. He's never had to fight a Wendigo before. He's just read them in well, your ancestors have read them in passing while he was in the room. You know?
Alright.
Or have read about them.
Yeah, okay. In that case, I guess that's it, because I don't know what else I need.
Alright, so you bless your bullets, get in your truck, set off, and you're going to try and hunt it, correct?
Yep.
Which both your monster hunter and your outdoorsman skin are going to contribute to this.
Hey, look at that.
So that's +3. And do you think you have any other skills that should benefit this?
Hunting. People in the military do generally learn tracking.
And Daniel has military training. Oh yeah, fair. So that's another die from him.
So yeah, 5 total. This is good. I like this.
And now the Wendigo is going to basically roll a stealth check of level 6.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to do to modify the roll? Has him sitting here doing it?
No, I've got a pretty decent lead on him. I got 4 extra dice. I think it should be good.
Yeah. Okay. So he got hang on, let me Jesus Christ. You both got a very large number of successes, which you barely surpassed him on with 1 more success. He got 7, you got 8.
Look at that. Look at that.
So fucking, you like basically drive out into the woods and start like, trying to figure out like where the Wendigo would be, and you find like, claw marks on trees, like eventually you like get to the point where you get out of the truck for like roughly where actually Would you drive to the ritual site first? Now that I think
I
about
would,
it,
yeah,
yeah, I
because
just
I
first
would know where that is.
that would make the most sense. And so Jedidiah leads you there, and that's where you would begin the hunt. So as you arrive, I'll actually describe that. What you find is a fucking big ass like circle made of sticks and rocks in the ground with a like weird angular symbol of various lines. Not a pentagram, but like, like an archaic symbol of some kind.
Would my dad have any pictures of these anywhere? Would I've noticed them?
Uh of these specific symbols?
Yeah,
Your dad didn't have any of this specific symbol written up or put anywhere. That being
but I also
said,
didn't have a lot of time to go through everything he had, right?
what?
I didn't also have a lot of time to go through everything he had
I
because
mean, how much time?
generations worth of knowledge.
That's
Well, probably,
fair. Yeah, you're
yeah.
right. Oh, you know what? There probably would be like a Lawson journal with the notes from all your ancestors.
Oh, I'm sure there's more than that. So
Ye-
just imagine how much shit, maps, information, like
Yeah,
tools,
over the
all
last like
kinds of
100 years,
things.
how your
Yeah.
family slowly moved from down south to up north,
Hmm.
and the fact that logging companies basically
Well, no,
designed to fund your
it's my dad
force.
that moved up north.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was his
yeah,
reasoning?
uh,
I figured it was like a slow over time thing, state by state.
no, it was my dad. He moved up here. He didn't give me a reason. I didn't know. I was a kid when he did it,
Okay. Um.
and I never asked. But this could be one of the reasons.
To hunt things.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah, you don't have anything particular, but Jedidiah would know that that is the specific symbol that is used in the ritual to make someone into a Wendigo. Go on.
Do we have this like pictures of it, everything?
You do not have any photographs of it because he didn't have time to take them.
Cool. Then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull out my phone and start taking pictures of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do that for claw marks. Basically, any evidence I do find,
Yeah,
I
take
keep real
pictures.
physical like pictures of.
All right. Um.
Also, kind of keeping aware of my surroundings.
Yeah. And like around the ritual circle though are like various like stacks of stones and sticks stuck in the ground with like bones hanging from them. Which Daniel at first would be like, oh god, obviously, but Jedidiah would be able to reassure him that they're animal bones. And
Yeah.
the ritual comes from infusing a evil spirited man with the souls of animals.
That's. I feel like that looks a real grotesque.
Sorry, what was that? You cut out again.
Said I feel like that. I'm like that's disgusting. I feel like that looks real grotesque. I do not want to see that. That I just goes. Well, it certainly ain't pretty.
Get a hero point
It
for
ain't pretty.
RPing with yourself again.
Interesting, right?
Alright, so, fucking. I do love the idea of eventually somebody just walking by you while you're talking to Jedidiah and they can't hear him.
Yeah, the split personality. These mine's crazy.
It's like
Plug
fucking
'em in.
Kira talking to the Shinigami in Death Note.
Yugi talking to
To Yugi talking to Yugi.
yeah.
I don't know what the name of the pharaoh is.
I don't remember his name either. It's
Arm
close to
would
Yugi.
Arm would be furious with me.
No, I'm sure.
She's a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan. Anyway, fucking holy shit, we've already been going for an hour. These sessions always go so long.
It's good.
Words in my mouth.
My dick. All right.
So yeah, there's the whole like ritual circle there, and you fucking hang on. It's just adjusting thing. You got all the, you took your pictures and then you started tracking, and you start following like claw marks through the woods, and you find these footprints that look kind of like human footprints, but the middle of the foot is way too long, so it's like a super long human foot.
I imagine that during this, Daniel was taking my pictures, but also keeping like a little video diary. So
Yeah.
he's recording some of the stuff, so he just walks up and goes, well, god damn, what the fuck? Look at that man's foot. What is wrong with this dude?
Can't get a hero point.
And then I was just going, I'm going to be doing this the entire time. Like, Daniel goes, I think I will, actually. It's a good idea. Keep on tracking.
God, get a hero point for that.
Oh yeah, look at
Dude,
that.
I'm surprised you didn't make the joke of their super long feet, like clown feet, like your feet, Sleepy, because you're a fucking clown.
Oh, but I don't make those jokes.
Yeah, we all just make jokes about you being a clown because we love you.
Hmm. I'm gonna send you to
Sleepy's
clown school.
the
Where you
clown
belong.
cat boy. He can. What is it? What's the joke?
I can be your angle or your honk.
No, it's I can be your meow or your honk. That's
Oh,
what it
here you go.
was.
Yeah, I could be your meow or your honk. That's right. He had crossed out angle.
Yeah.
She
God.
had on
Anyway,
that drew that at Zed's request.
I love that. Anyway, the fucking words. Sorry, it's late at night and I had a long day, so my brain's running a little bit slow today.
It's okay.
Um.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell at you for not being good enough. You're not a girl. No.
Oh yeah, and I'm a terrible DM. I should just delete my YouTube channel.
Yeah, never do it again. Go back to working at the sushi or whatever.
Working
Cheap
at the
place.
what?
Yeah, that Walmart or whatever. You worked in the meat section.
Oh God, when I worked, it was like
Yeah.
I don't remember. I'm not gonna say company names. It was awful.
Yeah.
But I now know how to tear apart a turkey or a chicken by hand.
Well, I mean, I know how to do that. Pretty sure we're thinking about it two different ways.
I mean, efficiently to get the largest
Efficiently.
pieces of meat you can.
I mean, I think I can figure that out. You just kind of grab it by the fistful and pull, right?
Not you. You take your thumbs and you shove like. This is after it's already been beheaded. You shove your thumbs
into a dead chicken.
into the neck hole, and then you rip the
Damn.
breasts off, and they just come off as two large pieces, like perfect. And then you
hot.
grab the legs, pull those aside. Grab the wings, pull those aside.
Can you do ass cheeks?
What?
Pull it apart.
Did you say?
No.
Can I do it with your ass cheeks?
Yeah.
God, that would. I'm imagining actually having your ass cheeks ripped off and how painful that would be.
Oh, awful, dude.
I'm gonna peel you like an orange.
Oh God. don't
That's
do
how
that.
that's how they give circumcisions.
You know. you know in the Bronze Bowl. You know that torture method.
Oh yeah.
Your muscles would literally like fall off.
Yep.
Your body. It's disgusting.
That's some well cooked meat and just finger looking
I
good.
know exactly.
Throw a little bit of teriyaki sauce in through the nostrils.
Oh God. Shut up. More.
Little bit of
We gotta
vinaigrette.
we gotta use like the right kind of wood for the fire. It's that nice, like.
I mean, I don't think the
hickory or,
smoke
smoky
gets. I
flavor.
don't think smoke gets in the bronze bowl. Like I don't think the smoke's
You're
gonna go
right.
inside because the fire's underneath.
You're right.
It's gonna have really metallic taste, huh? No, yeah, you
Yeah.
don't. Bronze is not a good cooking material unless it's been like
Well,
properly treated.
Yeah, if it's properly treated, then it'll be fine. And it probably will be. 'Cause I'm not eating.
God. Anyway, that was a tangent. I'm just imagining they open it up, take the person out, and Gordon Ramsay, it's fucking raw! Your donkey, put him in the bowl!
Do you see this? Do you think this meat is sliding off the bone? Wow! Put it back in. Anyway.
God. Bronze bowl Palinko. Oh, sorry. Anyway, let's get back on topic. You were hunting a Wendigo.
Right. Hunting a Wendigo.
I know. Hang on. So, you're just sort of walking through the woods, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're not sneaking through the woods. Got it.
Well, I'm hunting, so like if that means I'm also sneaking, then yes, but I didn't specify. So
Yeah, you didn't specify exactly. So, if it gets at least 3 successes, it finds you.
that's fine. I want it to find me. Make my job easier.
I mean, it finds you before you find it. So,
Hmm.
you know, you're walking through the woods, following like tracks as best as you can. And you start to hit a point where like you realize you've looped back on yourself, and its tracks have looped over itself. And these tracks, you realize they feel particularly fresh. And at that moment, you're watching the stream, right?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Come on, bring up the thing. Bring up the fucking. Hang on. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. There it is. There's the thing.
Oh, look at that.
The hot bar.
There we go.
So I got held on. Enemy side. So, as you're walking through the woods, and then like, you swear you hear like a tree branch, and fucking, I imagine fucking Jedidiah sort of floating around him, and at the sound of that, Jedidiah spins around and is able to warn Daniel that the Wendigo is diving for him. And you're able to dodge away, but you sort of like get like whammed to the ground as you're trying to dodge out of the way. You start the fight at disadvantage.
Okay.
So you know how fighting works, correct? Have you watched the other episodes?
Actually,
No.
I've not gotten the fighting bit of the episodes.
Okay.
Having something.
Alright. So, to explain it, in Hero Infinite, it's unique amongst Heart of Action settings in that instead of a health bar, it has a combat bar. This combat bar sort of shows who is favored within the combat situation. And this is sort of a team-wide situation. So, if it was just you and a bunch of goons, the goons would all share one side of the combat bar.
Okay.
Whenever you succeed in a roll, it will go in your favor. But whenever the enemy succeeds in a roll, it'll go back in their favor. The fight ends when the bar is completely filled in with one color.
Okay.
The degree to which you succeed determines how much in your favor the fight goes. Other than that, whenever you deal significant damage to an enemy, it applies disadvantages to their following rolls. These disadvantages make it easier for you to get better rolls and fuck them up more. You know?
Okay. Let's see.
So, with that, the enemy dove at you, sort of like got a glancing hit on you, knocking you down, and it is now combat beginning and officially it's officially a challenge beginning, which means it's more focused on turn-based, and you go first.
Okay. With that, Jedidiah is probably gonna go fuse with Daniel, do the Yu-Gi-Oh bit.
Oh yeah. So, do you want to describe how that looks, or?
Yeah. So, he's kind of like flies up behind Daniel and like steps to him.
Steps into
And as he
him,
steps
too.
into him, basically like an aura wraps around Daniel, and a sort of like light, dark enough to be seen, but also just light enough you can tell it's a little see-through, surrounded with like a little like light blue glow, is basically the same like duster and outfit that Jedidiah died in. And the gun, instead of like a regular revolver, like a little like white glow.
He has the
and
two
go
of them are fused to be one.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway, he's gonna.
So, mechanically, what that means is he's one character acting with all of the benefits and abilities of two. And do you know what that means for you that I never actually wrote down because I want to surprise you with it?
Absolutely not. What does it do for me?
You get 2 actions on your turn.
Oh, wow.
Because you are 2 consciousnesses acting in one.
Does that
2
mean I can
minor
do
actions,
twice?
2 major actions.
That's insane. That's okay. Okay, that's really cool. I'm gonna take the time. I'm gonna load 2 holes, and I want to.
You didn't
take
already
out the
have
music.
holy bullets loaded in?
Probably, yeah.
I love Quickson and chant Santa Israel after all.
Santa Israel, just like hell
Oh god, that's perfect callback humor. Thank you, Quickson. Oh, hero points to Quickson. Quickson's been earning them hard this session if they were a player.
yeah. I want to shoot the knees of the window.
Quickson, you get Twitch points. You get
points.
good bean coins.
Good bean coin. We got all for him.
What?
So we got all kinds of names for him.
My brother, when we do Heart of Action, likes to call them a different thing in every campaign. So, like, I'm doing a D&D campaign. I'm doing a Lord of the Rings campaign, and he's calling them Tolkien tokens in that one. And then we have a Batman one going, and they're Bat coins. And then with him and his fiance, we're doing a Disney one, and he's calling them Disney wishes.
That's funny. I love that. That's
Yeah.
good. That's a good idea.
It's cute. For the purpose of the rule book, they need to all have a unified. It needs to have a unified name across all the iterations.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot in the knees, and can I hold my minor action?
Sorry, what was that?
React. Can I hold my minor actions to move or like act?
You can hold a major action and a minor action to buff your reaction. So, to reiterate, on every turn, the average player, you get double the actions, but not double the reactions. A character gets a minor action and a major action on the turn. A major action is anything you roll for. A minor is anything you don't. That takes up significant time. So that being said, something like just dropping an item you're holding or talking to someone, those are free actions that you have unlimited of.
Then I'll shoot the.
Well, and I was gonna say, you can when you do a reaction, if you are using it to counterattack, it is done at disadvantage. But if you spend a major action and a minor action, both of them, you can buff your reaction on your reaction turn. You know? You get what I mean?
Yeah, then I'll probably do that. I'll aim for one of the knees and then I'll for a reaction.
So you're gonna try and shoot it with one action and fucking hold the other ones to boost your reaction. Alright.
Yeah. And I want to aim at the knee so that way I can cripple it.
So, you're gonna roll on your... So, you get the default 5 plus 2 for Gunslinger plus 1 for military training.
Yes. And if Master Monster Hunter applies, that as well.
That is more so for tracking and understanding of knowledge. Or understanding of monsters, not for attacking them. So... It is rolling 6 dice, and you're rolling 5, 6, 7, 8 dice. Because it's getting boosted stats because it's a fucking Wendigo.
Yeah.
So, it got a total of 5, and you got a total of 3, plus 1 dice break, which means acting 2.
Okay.
So, alright. You're not going to spend any hero points? Alright. I'm not going to always ask. Generally, I'll, say that I'm rolling and then say what the results of the roll are so that you can say if you're going to spend hero points. So, fucking... words. You draw the gun, fire upon it, and it moves with almost inhuman speed, avoiding your shot. And that's your turn done. It's to its turn. It's going to basically run at you and fucking pounce. Which, God, I didn't describe what the Wendigo looked like. So, the appearance of the Wendigo, it looks like a man whose limbs have been stretched out of proportion. Its feet pulled forward from the space where the toes connect, because if you grabbed that and stretched it like taffy forward, all of its fingers, the skin has slopped off its hand, and so it's just the bones. Which, if you know, the bones run way down in the hand, and they're all, razor sharp and dripping bluish black goo. Its face has been stretched and contorted to have sort of an animalistic snout, and large antlers are embedded into its head. Not growing from it, but, stabbed into it. And they go through the back of the skull and out its eyes, and it has no eyes because the eyes have been stabbed through by the horns.
What the fuck is this? God, that's disgusting.
That's a Wendigo.
God damn.
And it's about to jump at you. What do you do for your reaction?
I want to dodge and shoot.
So normally that's a counterattack. Normally, a counterattack comes at disadvantage, but because you saved your extra action, it does not have any disadvantage. But it does now have the benefit of your Gunslinger and your military training.
Average gamer. Yeah, that's what you look like, Ranger.
So, it got 2 successes. You got 2 successes and a dice break. For those
Again?
to reiterate, a dice break is
Another
when
dice.
if you roll a 1, the dice break not only is a failure, but it also destroys 1 success. So that's bringing him from 2 successes down to 1. So if you got rid of the dice break, you would get a draw with it, which means neither of you hurt the other. So, do you want to take damage, or do you want to spend the 1 hero point to avoid damage?
I'm gonna ignore the. I'm gonna spend the 1 hero point.
All right. So fucking, it jumps at you. You jump aside and fire off. You said you loaded 2 holy bullets, correct? Or did you load all 6?
I thought all of them would be. Loaded.
Okay, you loaded all 6. My bad. I thought you said 2 for some reason. So that's 2 of your 6 shots fired. When you run out of shots, you'll need to spend a minor action to reload. You know?
Yeah. So 1 minor action.
Yeah, 1 minor action to reload, and you get 2 minor on a turn. So it is now your turn again. What do you do for your 2 major and 2 minor actions?
I assume the Wendigo's like not facing my direction now, right?
Yeah, it's sort of facing away from you, but Heart of Action, we can sort of bend the scenario, so we can say if you want to shoot it in the face, we can say it's like turned over to look at you, or if you or something like that if you want.
Yeah. No, I still want to shoot it in the legs.
All right, you're gonna aim for the leg again.
Yeah, and this time I'm actually going to spend 2 hero dice to give me 2 advantage in them twice.
2 hero dice to get 2 advantage?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jesus. So that's going to be... Hang on. So you've got your default of 5 plus 2 plus 1 because of all your skills, and then you bought another 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just doing the roll on the... on my rolling thing. So... Okay, you got 2 dice bursts, which is good. For those who don't know, a dice burst is when you roll a 10, you get to save that as a success, and then roll an extra die. Okay. So, you draw your gun and fire upon it, and as you shoot at it, boop, we move 2 points in your favor because you were 2 successes higher than it. You draw the gun and fire upon the creature, and it's sort of like starting to turn to go towards you, and you sort of wing across the front of one leg and the back of another, and you see smoke coming off the wounds as it lets out what sounds almost like a deer crying out in pain. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry, you were very quiet. Now, it's that after it lets out its cry of pain, it's basically gonna try and pounce on you again.
Oh, wow. Who would have thought?
It's a Wendigo, it doesn't have a lot of methods of attack. What do you do as your reaction?
I just want to dodge to the side.
Alright. I assume you saved a minor and major action last time to get the bonus to dodging, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I'm wondering, which mind is drawing, like, you got the 2 minds. Who's focusing on dodging or who's focusing on shooting? I'm assuming the Lawson, or the...
Jedidiah is focusing on shooting, Daniel's focusing.
Yeah. Daniel's just, like, staying... So I like to imagine, like, Daniel's basically controlling the legs while Jedidiah is controlling the arms.
I mean, if it works.
Acting like a robot. Got a torso on a swivel, bro.
Oh, bro! So, the Wendigo rolled a -1.
Good.
You rolled a -2. You rolled 0 successes and 2 critical failures. Or 2 crashing failures.
Wow, who would have thought?
The dice are being so mean to you. So,
Fine,
I'm going to...
I will spend 5 points to gaining success, so I don't.
You'll spend how many points?
5 hero points to gaining success. so it can be a stealth.
You will all well. What I would say is roll two. I would just spend 2 to go to the dice breaks. That puts you at 0 and it at -1.
That's
yeah. Make it way cheap.
Fun to get rid of the dice breaks. I'm gonna do that instead. Yeah.
So you roll a 0, meaning as you go to dodge, you basically like fall back, but as it goes to pounce you, it you know how you just shot it in the leg? It fucking basically like falls forward on its face from the pain in its legs. And Jedidiah would recognize that's weird because a fucking Wendigo is not supposed to feel pain due to the unholy ritual performed. But it's feeling pain.
Went.
If you haven't put 2 and 2 together, it's because you have holy bullets.
Oh, that's what I put together.
Okay. So, it's now your turn again.
Well, I'm gonna shoot the same fucking leg.
Alright, you can shoot it in the leg again?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold 1 action, 1 minor action for a dodge.
5 dice, plus 2 from your gunslinger, plus 1 from military training. It rolls at 6. Okay. Up. So, it got 5 successes, and bro, you got 5 and 1 crash. If you spend 1 hero point, you can make it a draw. Jesus, the dice are being so mean to you.
You know what I'm about to do? I'm about to use that hero point.
Yeah, so it's a draw, which means it's going to be a half success result. In this case, I'm gonna say the grid moves no further in your favor. You know, the battle grid, but the bar, the battle bar. But as you fire upon it, basically, you get your bullet to actually hit its leg, and you've clearly wounded its leg, and it's gonna have a disadvantage going forward on dodge rolls.
Okay.
And on pounce rolls, which guess what it's about to do? It's gonna try and it sort of scrambles back to its feet after having fallen, and is gonna try and pounce on you again.
I'm going to do what I do best: counterattack. I want to dodge and counterattack.
All right, so you're doing a counterattack, which would normally come at disadvantage, but because you held action, it does not. Okay. So, it has rolled a result of -1, while you have rolled 3 plus 1 break.
So 2.
Yeah. Well, it rolled 0 plus a break, so yeah, you're getting 2. If you spend 1 point, it can be 3.
Nah, it's fine. I still get it off. I'm still winning.
Where were you aiming your shot, by the way?
Same leg.
Okay. Is it just shooting it in the leg again?
Yeah.
You line up your shot as it starts to get up, and it gets up getting ready to pounce, and you basically just fucking line up your shot as it's primed to pounce, and you shoot. Before you'd sort of shot it in the back of the leg because it was laying on the ground, which went exit wound bigger than entry wound. You fire into the exit wound from before and blow out the other side now, fucking it up even more. And now it's your turn again.
Well, I'm gonna shoot the other leg now.
All right, and you could, in theory, use both actions to attack twice.
I know. It ain't time for that yet. I gotta wait to spring that for later.
Yeah.
Shooting that other leg.
Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes, and it got 6 successes.
Still win, baby.
Yeah. Oh wait, it gets disadvantage on dodges. It got 5.
I win even more.
So, you got, I said 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, 7 minus 5, 2 in your favor. Boom, boom. So, you just fucking... It's so this thing's or I can't make the sound. It's making, deer in pain sounds as you're just fucking shooting it in the legs. Man.
It's not going nowhere.
Some of these fights are turning out so anticlimactic, in spoilers for episode 1, Ace D'Angelo, Master Thief. He just a fight breaks out and he tased the guy in the neck and immediately took them out from one really good roll. All right.
Play smart.
So, fucking... yes. So, words that exist in my mouth. It is...
Turn.
Its action. It is in the ground on pain, and rather than trying to pounce at you legs first, it's basically going to try and gorilla throw itself at you with its arms and bite... Or, it doesn't really have big old fangs. It's going to try and drive its horns into you. What do you do as your counter action?
I'm going to dodge and counterattack, same as usual. Actually, yeah, do a little roll, little roll.
Little roll what?
Like a roll as a dodge. I want to shoot him.
Oh, okay, yeah. You cut out a little bit as you said it, so that's why I was asking to clarify. But now I understand. So you got 5 successes versus its 3. You being able to counterattack with no disadvantage is so fucking good for you.
I know.
So you won by 2 successes. Boom, boom. New Indigo attack just dropped. That's good. It goes to dive at you. You just fucking jump to the side, and drive another bullet into the thing's ribs. And again, it seems to be like burning whenever you shoot it.
That's tragic. All right.
I'm
gonna shoot it in the back of its head twice.
You're gonna shoot in the. So your turn. You're gonna make 2 attacks on it.
Yeah.
Hang on. How many shots have you fired? I wasn't counting. Shit.
That's fair. I'm gonna go ahead and reload.
Hold on. Leg. Miss. Yeah, we're gonna say you need to reload now. I gotta keep better track next time.
It's okay.
I should add that to the UI. So yeah, he fucking... Words.
It's okay. Roll of cool still counts.
Yeah, you still have the 2 minor actions, so you go to fire in the back, or fire at it in the back of the head. The first shot, holy shit, you got 3 successes with 2 crashing failures. It got 2 successes with 2 crashing failures. That means it got net 0 and you got net 1 success.
Can I use my hero points to round that up?
Yes. You want to make it 2 successes?
5?
You can make it a
3,
full
whatever.
3 successes.
Yeah, that's what I meant. 3. I don't know where the fuck my brain is at, bro.
It's okay. So, 3 successes, you fucking blow it in the back of the head and it screeches out in pain again.
Second bullet.
And yep, now the second shot, you need 1 success to kill it. Can you get 1 success over it? 7. You're rolling 8, it's rolling 6 with disadvantage. So, and actually, you know what? God, it was counterattacking, which gave it a second disadvantage. So, right? So it got -2 from its roll. It rolled 3 successes after disadvantage. You rolled 1 plus a crashing failure. So you rolled net 0, and it rolled net 3. That means it's going to move 3 in its favor. You can make it just 2 in the enemy's favor if you want.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that.
For 1 hero point. That's awful. So, you fucking blast it in the back of the head, it screeches out in pain, and it swings around at you. Fucking, you go to fire again as it slashes your hand, putting a cut on the back of your arm and knocking the gun from your grasp. As it goes clattering away. And it is now its turn. So, you now have a cut from the Wendigo, and it's like, you can immediately see you've got whatever infection had hit your fucking father is immediately taking effect as a, numbing pain similar to frostbite.
So it had disadvantage on both its legs?
Yes.
And it only got 1 disadvantage from that.
Oh, that's a good point. It should have had 2, so you know what? It's still 1 barely, but... So fucking...
Well, no, if it has 3 and tied, because I...
No, you had 1 success, it had 3. You turn...
Yeah,
so,
I got you.
Yeah. But I removed an additional one, so it just moved 1 in its favor. So you have like an ice bar like burning in your arm as the gun's knocked from your hand, and it's like sort of pulls itself back up, and you hear cracking as you see its bones and its legs that you shot apart are snapping back into place and are almost like weaving themselves back into each other. And it's going to it's gonna try and like grab you. Is what it's gonna try and do.
So I'm just
You're gonna what?
dodge.
Okay. Which, it's not a counterattack, so there's no disadvantage on it. It's just a normal dodge.
I want to go gun.
Yeah, you dodge towards your gun as it fucking goes to grab at you. At a draw, you jump towards your gun, grab it, and it grabs your feet and starts to lift you up in the air as it, like, lets out, like, it sounds like both a deer call and a wolf call. And it's gonna, like, so it's, like, lifted you up and is holding you by your ankles. And this thing, like, I mentioned its limbs are all stretched out, so it's, like, a good, like, 10 feet tall when it's standing at full height, which it does. And it, like, lifts you, its arms are long enough that when it lifts you by your ankles, you're face to face with it, as it, like, sniffs at you and lets out, like, that weird call that I just mentioned, and now it's your turn.
I'm gonna shoot it in the face.
Alright.
I'm gonna use both my actions.
Yep.
Because
you roll 8.
Can't dodge out of this one.
It's going to attempt a counterattack on you. So that means it rolls with 1 disadvantage. A difference of 5 versus 2. You
on my side.
It winds back its head, ready to headbutt you. Starts to
does it have 5?
That doesn't tell me. It winds back its head, swinging to headbutt you, and as you bring up your gun, it's about to head. I'm describing a scene dramatically. It winds up its head to headbutt you, and as it starts to bring the head in, you bring up your gun and get it right into its forehead as it's trying to headbutt you with the horns and pull the trigger and fucking blow its brains out all over the forest floor as you're dropped to the ground in a slump.
That's good.
With its dead body. Yeah. If you were at a point where you needed to spend the hero points, I would have like said that you were losing, but I wanted to make a dramatic victory.
It's sort of dramatic. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. You fucking like it drops to the ground and the window goes dead, and you're just like, but you still feel that searing pain in your arm as you like look and you see the wound festering.
Does it know how to fix it at all?
Let's roll for a Monster Hunter check. This is going to be a fucking hang on. This is going to be a level 5 check. Rolling 5 plus 2. And you get a total of 2 successes, 3 shy. But let's do a roll for Daniel. We're going to roll 5, and as a priest, I'm gonna give you an additional 1. So you're rolling 6, needing 5 successes.
I'm done.
3. Hold on. 3 with one of them being a 10. Another 10. Another 10.
Okay, so I've got 5 already. Hell yeah.
Another 10. And a 9. Okay. So
Daniel?
Jedidiah has no idea, but Daniel has an immediate impulse instinct. You're a priest.
I can just bless it.
You said you were looking up prayers for the character. Do you have any in your head that would be good to mutter at this moment? Or any on hand?
I've got you. Take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit,
which is the word of God.
So I like to think as you're like muttering, like you're like dizzy, or you're like a little worried looking at it, and you just start muttering the prayer as Jedidiah is sitting there thinking like, there's gotta be an herbal remedy or something, trying to figure out what to do. If this is incorrect, let me know. But I feel like Jedidiah would be trying to think of solutions that he might know while Daniel mutters the prayer.
It's just like, what weird witchcraft shit do I remember from the 1800s?
And then all of the black goo evaporates off. And it's just a cut wound on your arm.
I'm gonna run back. Okay. I'll look at the window first and make sure it's dead.
It's lying there dead with its head completely blown out,
That's
so you're
right,
pretty
that's
sure
right.
it's dead.
It's gonna look and be like, alright, what's your pictures of it?
You take pictures of it?
Oh,
Alright.
right there. And I'm gonna leave.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna leave the hospital where my dad is doing surgery and see if I can go and like bless him.
Yeah. So
to save him.
Yeah, you go to the hospital where they stitched up his wounds already, but they've got him on all sorts of medications trying to cure the infection. You know, you make your way there, and the first thing he says when you get there is like, "Did you take out the bear?"
Oh yeah, that motherfucker. Nobody. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna like show him my arm and like, this is where it's cut me.
Oh, Daniel.
But it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna say the same prayer with my hands on my dad.
And there's you see like a faint glow in his eyes as you do. And he's like,
Feel better?
I do. I guess there really is someone up there looking out for the old Lawsons, huh?
Yep, God's on our side.
He nods a little bit.
I'm gonna show him the pictures and videos I've taken.
Yeah, and that's sort of where we're gonna fade out. But as we fade out, the camera pans backwards, and as it does, it moves out of a crystal ball glowing green. And behind it, a pair of younger looking hands painted with like long filed nails painted black. A opal ring with that looks like a skull on one finger. That damned hunter. You will die, Lawson.
It's
Soon enough. Soon enough, you will die. And if y'all want to hear a follow-up on that and see what that villain was, well, on the same day this goes live on YouTube, assuming it gets recorded in time, there should be a bonus episode going live. The introduction of our next hero and of another villain, a certain cursed witch.
No way.
So,
I'm excited for this. I already know what this is.
Come for the hopefully if it gets recorded right and nothing delays it, there'll be a bonus episode. Those of you watching on Twitch, that'll be coming a little later this week, so keep an eye out for another Hero Infinite session.
It is sick. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a great session.
I'm excited for this. So, any closing thoughts on the session or wishes for character growth and where you expect him to go?
I want to go full, like a monster hunter, demon hunter. So I want to like gather a bunch of shit.
All right,
and that also means I kind of want to my top 5 the
monster
monster hunter.
Let's not address
duo
that
I
too
have there.
heavily because that's a background thing I don't want to talk about on stream.
Okay. Yeah, that's just
the 5 thing.
That's what I want to look for.
Okay.
That's where I want my character to grow.
Yeah. We've got a thing that I have for the players, but it's not going to be discussed too heavily on stream. All right.
Yeah. I just want I'm trying to keep it vague, so you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you mean. So, yeah, I got plans for that. So,
yeah. Cool. I'm ready.
Eventually we'll
my
get
good old boy, my counterpart. That's also on my top 5. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
All
Yeah,
right.
so we're gonna be seeing more of the Lawsons in the hopefully near future. One session a week. I generally prefer than getting the players in before I give other players more sessions. So it might be a little while, but Lawson will be back, as we'll all hear. Avengers style post credit scene of, Jedidiah and Daniel Lawson will be back.
Jedidiah.
Jedidiah.
With a hard D, homie.
I keep saying Jebediah by mistake.
I know.
E.
That's another.
Anyway, I hope all you have a wonderful night, and ta-ta.
Goodbye.